see what we got going on today. Ooh. Got two here. Galactic Mushroom, the Divine Matrix. And we have Whale Song resonating. Water is significant here. I'm seeing oceans, rivers, lakes. It's going to get loud. They're coming by. Very slowly. We have the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the Star. Queen of Cups and the Knight of Swords. They're both coming off with a you have a feminine and a masculine energy. It's almost feeling like your feminine energy and your masculine energy, you're learning how to have them coexist when it comes to a balance. The Queen of Cups, fish, crabs, the ocean. It's on the card. I'm seeing it. They're standing out to me. The starfish. Earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. It's all linking together in the star. What is... It's funny because it's like contradicting itself. It's weird. It's almost like at one moment it feels the coming to, the awareness, the awakening, the, seeing things for what they really are. And then there's that other side of it that there's doubt that comes in. The doubt creeps in. And the Knight of Swords is your higher power, your spirit that's with you, is the one that is it's kind of like they're like, okay, why do you go from feeling great, from being confident, from all this positivity to just this feeling upon yourself? And no matter what, you're meant to feel the happiness, the confidence, the letting go of anything that has you questioning yourself. Because as long as you're confident within yourself, you shouldn't be questioning it, no matter what. And this is confirmation. There's no need to question it. None at all. There's more to this, though. There's more to this. What is it? When it comes to the Shaman card, the Divine Matrix, that's representing your, I don't want to say awakening, more of like an awareness of yourself, of the abuse that you've put yourself through, worrying about every outer extremity, every person, all of that. It's the Ten of Wands. That's what I'm feeling. It took a minute because it's like, oh, happy, happy, joy, joy. Oh, no, this is the underlying thing. That back and forth is a process within your growth. You are definitely getting towards seeing yourself and recognizing the beauty that's within you and who you are. But there's this underlying emotion that comes through that just, it takes you completely off your path. You do really, really good. The freeness that you feel when you are just accepting of who you are. And that weighs heavy. And not only does it weigh heavy, but it also changes, it's going to change your path if you can't control it. Because this is heavy. So you're just going to wind up landing wherever you got to land with all your baggage, with all your BS, and never going to be able to move forward. And Spirit is trying to warn you of this. And then you have the Nine of Wands here. And see how the one is with the bird? Spirit is strongly, strongly suggesting, listen, you are progressing extremely well with everything that you have accomplished so far. It almost, it's like taking yourself out of, it's so weird because I'm getting mixed things being said to me, and that's why I know this is a back and forth thing in your mind, but also as you play it out, it's back and forth. It's always, you have that mindset, you're doing great, you feel good, you feel free, you feel accepting of who you are, and then all of a sudden you don't. And see how it's being taken away? That's significant here in this card. Spirit is saying, take it away. Don't allow those emotions to overcome you, because what you're doing is you're actually drifting away from the path that you want and that Spirit is helping guide you towards as well. But you do have the Ten of Pentacles under here. So if you can take that part, see that? If you can take that back and forth and just stay in that positivity, stay in that knowing that you are exactly who you are today, not only because of what you've been through, but the decisions that you made because you wanted better. You didn't want to carry things in your life. You didn't want to carry the not feeling good about yourself or not feeling confident in yourself, because it's a very negative energy, and you have a light that can attract a lot, but that light gets dimmed down when those thoughts start to creep up in your mind. And it also affects your energy, it affects your mood, it affects how you react to other people. So stay in this mindset, this higher mindset, because this is meant for you. Once you can fully see yourself and the light that you bring to others, you're going to start realizing how much you are worth. It's very contradicting. It really is. The way that it's... Alright, you got the Two of Cups here. The Moon. The Emperor. Why does this feel like it's not just affecting you? When you get in that mindset of not seeing you with the light that you have, it also affects other people around you. If you can change that mindset, see how it was noisy today in the campground. That's how this emotion feels. Noisy, chaotic, loud. See how one cup is filling the other? Just be yourself. Just be yourself. Just be yourself. That's what I keep hearing. The Moon. You have that light in you. You have that brightness in you. And that reflects out towards others. But for some reason, when you look inward, you have a hard time seeing this light. And that's insane. That's insane. And it does. It affects the ones that are very close to you. It affects them as well, because then your energy's off. Then they don't know how to feel. They don't know how to interpret you. But then, you know, all of a sudden it's like a flip side. All of a sudden you're different, and now you feel good about yourself now. It's a little crazy. I'm going to be honest. It's a little like, oh my God. The Emperor. I think one of the issues here is when people are not feeling your energy, feeling you, or they can't really make eye contact with you, or they're just not acknowledging you. That's that Emperor vibe, where your light that you give off, when you acknowledge it, it is so potent and so bright that some people give off an energy back towards you that's not positive, that's not bright, that's not anything like yours. And then that energy that they're giving off towards you, you instantly catch it, you feel it. Nothing needs to be said. No facial expression, no facial expressions needed. You feel it, okay? And this is gonna happen because not many people in their life can get to the point of enlightenment. And you're not that you're there, because it takes very, very, very long time to be fully enlightened and embraced that way, because there's always a lesson to be learned. But you're pretty freaking close. You're pretty up there, I'm gonna say, okay, when it comes to your enlightenment. And when that light generates, when your soul shares itself with the world, there are people who they don't like it. But no matter what, you need to stand strong. You need to stand strong, and you need to protect your energy and make sure that you are not allowing their energy affect yours. That's what this is coming down to. The divine matrix, right? It comes to a point where you see right through the bullshit. And they know this. That is why you're being reminded, do not allow their energy, those negative feelings that now you're placing upon yourself because the energy is all screwed up from that individual or those people, because you're meant for this. You're meant for the Ten of Pentacles. This is what you give off, and this is what you will receive. But you have to stay in that mindset. Do not allow other people to affect that. And that's not an easy thing to do if you're an empath, which you are, and this is why it's affecting you the way it is. Other people's energies, without them even acknowledging you, you can tell whether or not they have good energy, whether or not they feel some sort of way about you. You pick up on that pretty much instantly. And they don't want to admit it. They don't want to acknowledge that you're a beautiful human being. That's their own problem. That is a reflection of them, not you. But for some reason, you take in that reflection upon yourself, and that energy starts to affect your mood. You don't smile, you don't laugh, you kind of are very stone-faced in that energy, and that they're winning. When it comes, if you really want to say it to that extent, they're winning. Their energy is defeating yours because you're allowing that energy to change your aura, the way that you are. And that should not be. That should not be. See? You got the Seven of Wands here. No matter where you are, this is you up here, okay? I'll make sure I'm pointing at it right. This is all those people and their energy just waiting for you to give up, to give in, for it to affect you. And they're not even aware that it's doing it to you. It's just the simple fact that they're just not fans of you because your energy is very bright. And that's just how some people are. And yes, you're aware of that. You're aware that people can be shitty. There's no other way to really say it. People judge people without even knowing them, and you're that person. You're that person. You get judged by your appearance, by your quietness. You get judged by pretty much everything you do. There are just certain people that you come across that will judge every move you make. And that energy that they're giving off to you ultimately starts affecting your own energy within yourself, because you could care less what the person thinks about you, but for some reason that energy really affects you. You have the Four of Wands here. And then you have the Two of Swords. When you start to feel like things, let's say you're hanging out with a group of people, or you're in a public place, and you start to feel just very that's the kind of energy it puts like onto you. You just start feeling kind of miserable, really. Take a step back mentally. Take a step back. Remember where you are in your journey right now. Remember and acknowledge how hard you worked to get to that point. The journey to get to Ten of Pentacles is not an easy journey. You've been through a ton of crap. And one of the reasons why things have affected you the way that they have is because you're an empath. Because you didn't know how to control emotions and energies and how to protect yourself from that affecting you. So take a breath, take a walk, whatever you have to do to remind yourself that if anybody is throwing that kind of shade and that energy just starts to feel like you're coming out of some sort of shell of like this beast is coming out. That's what it feels like. That's what I'm envisioning. Like you just like crack open and there's just this miserable negative thing that comes out of you. It's because you're intaking the energy that that person is giving off. That has to stop. You have to protect yourself. So remember, when it starts to feel that way, when you start to get snippy and you're realizing like, holy crap, I just bugged out over something so stupid that's ridiculous. It's because of somebody's energy around you that you need to take a mental break. I'm not saying you have to walk away from them or anything. If that's what you feel you need to do that. But if somebody is around you, or if you're in a space where there's energies that are affecting you that way, take a deep breath. If you're in the moment of something and you can't quite, just say, I'm going to go draw, or whatever the case may be. Whatever it takes, just ask. Seriously, ask your spirit. They're guiding you through this. They're trying to protect you. But you have to let it be known to spirit. So if somebody and maybe multiple people's energies start affecting yours, just rest it out for a minute. Reprocess. Tell spirit, I will not allow this person's energy in my space. I will not allow it to affect me. It is not welcome around me. Watch how quickly that person seems to not be able to really come near you. Because I feel like I see that happening. If you let spirit know, I don't want this energy near me, it's going to help keep them away. It's like the bugs, the mosquitoes, and the no-see-ums. When we put out certain things that set off certain scents or certain vibrations, it keeps that energy away. They can't go near it, right? It's the same thing with somebody's energy. The issue here is because you are an empath, their energy literally, it doesn't even feed off of you. It just literally affects your own energy. And then you start coming down. And that's not meant for you. You are a totally different person. You don't treat people the way that that person treats people. So you don't need to be there. Let them wallow in their own misery situation, whatever the case may be. I don't think that you've ever realized that it's actually people's energy that is affecting yours. You're looking and digging so deep in, like, what is wrong with me? Why do I get like that? Why does that happen to me? It's not something that you're necessarily doing. It's actually something that you're not doing because you're not protecting your energy, and because you're so sensitive, it's affecting how you're handling it. This one's a heavy one. I was hoping for it to be like happy, happy, joy, joy, but this is a heavy one. Sheesh. Three of Wands. That's the second time I saw that. You're gonna get there. It's a little bit of it is playing on fear, like, oh my God, well, how do I do this? What do I do? How do I keep my sanity around this type of energy? Instead of constantly asking how, just do. And when I say that, I mean, remind yourself that person, whatever their issue is with themselves. It's not with you, because they don't treat anybody else any different. So it's not you as a person, it's them as a person. And you're going to be able to start to, when you start feeling it coming over you, that's your sign. Okay, let me breathe. Let me block that energy. It is not allowed in my space. Breathe. And let it out. Breathing exercises will actually benefit you. Did it get darker in my video? The sun's that way now, so it got darker. I'm seeing breathing exercises. And just the simple, like, breathing a deep breath in through your nose, holding it for a few seconds, and then releasing it out of your mouth. Even down to doing where you breathe out and you make a noise. Those breathing exercises are actually going to benefit you big time. And I can feel it in my chest, like I have to take a deep breath. Pause. No matter what happens, no matter whose energy you're around, it is not your responsibility to fix everybody. It is not your responsibility to try to open others' eyes to your beauty, others' beauty. It is not about acceptance. It is not about needing to be accepted. For you to be able to protect your energy from other people's energy like that, it's going to keep those people out of your space. And it just keeps coming up that way. It's very important because it is 100% affecting you, but it's not your worry. It's not. And I know that it seems that it's your worry because it affects you and it affects your energy, but that's not the case here. Let spirit do what it needs to do. Okay? The Justice card. Let spirit, look at the bird, blindfolded. That's you. The scales here. Allow spirit to balance it out. You can't fix broken, is what I'm hearing. Can't fix broken. So however that person is broken inside, and they have their own growth and healing they need to do, they haven't done it. And you can't allow that to have you taking steps back on your growth because of it. We had the Lover's card come out. When you finally get to a point where others' energy is not affecting you, your relationships that you have that are close, that are important to you, that you love, that they love you, it's only going to help those relationships become stronger because You'll be able to do things and be around people without it affecting your energy, because they pick up on it too. This is going to help brighten your relationships with your loved ones. They're not going to be worried that you're like, ah! You got the Magician here. Okay? You have a cup there, a pentacle, a sword, and a wand. All together in that picture. You know what that's saying? You have full control of who affects you. Full control of who affects you. And that includes people's energy. So if somebody is around you, or you're around, or in an area where you're around all different kinds of energies, it's not your responsibility to worry about them other than your own. So remember that not only with your connection with spirit that you've grown, you also are learning. You have control over this. You have control of your path, your journey, the fights and the wars that you're going to go to battle with. Your cups, you have full control of filling your own cup. Your money, you have full control of the abundance that you attract. Not them. That is a reminder from Spirit. No matter where you go and no matter who you come across, you're going to have people that just have really bad energy. And those are the ones that you don't need to stay away from them. You just need to learn when to say what you need to say and put it out there. Not saying you gotta go say it to their face, but put it out there. Okay? You can control how this energy affects you. And it's a lot easier than you think. Let's see what the shaman says. Anything else from the shamans? Once you can learn how to protect your energy so that's not affecting you that way anymore, I'm falling. I'm falling. There we go. It's gonna anger some people, I could tell you that, because they're gonna think that they can come in and affect your energy, but it's not gonna work. So, all right, we have Netcaster. Preparations come to fruition. Take that as a sign, because that's what it's showing me. Preparations come to fruition, but yet it's a Netcaster. And we're talking about protecting your energy. If you have to envision, which this is what I'm being shown, envision a net around you. And Harry Potter fans, it's like the invisible cloak. I keep falling. It's not that you're making yourself invisible. It's just a guard, a protection of your energy not being affected by other people's energy. Teachability. You keep falling. Why? There we go. Stand up straight while I talk to you. That's what I hear. All right, teachability. Okay. when you teach yourself whatever works for you, once you figure it out, how to protect your energy, because as a collective, we're all going to handle it differently. We're all going to find our own ways to find comfort and promise and resolution in what we do. So there is no set way to do this. It's going to come to you from spirit intuitively, how to do this, what you need to say, what you need to do, whatever the case may be. It's going to be taught to you on how to find it. And then after you find it, you're going to actually wind up teaching others. You're going to have family members or people that are going to pick up on that, whoo, she's protected feeling when they see you, when they're around you. And they're going to want to know how you did it. And Spirit wants you to express how you do it, because it's going to open their minds on how to do it for them as well. Because there are many of us as a collective that get affected by other people's energy. And it affects everybody in a different manner. But for you specifically, it changes your whole mood. And the mood that it puts you in is not who you are. You're not that negative person. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else? I gotta say, it is loud in the campground today. It is loud. First few days, it was really quiet. The benefactor, grace and generosity. You always put others above yourself, even strangers who don't necessarily like you. That's not handling it with grace. That's actually letting yourself down. Again, not saying go out there and be a TCH to anybody. However, handle the situation with grace. Talk to Spirit. Reach out to Spirit. Tell yourself, don't want it, don't need it, just keep it out of my space. It will not affect my energy. And then at the bottom, getting back to integrity, the lost compass. And that's exactly what happens. When those people's energies affect yours, you do get lost, because the person that you are, just that bright, light, happy person that seems to hide when that energy is around. That's when you need it the most. And that's why, with the grace and generosity, you just stay being exactly who and what you are, and you put your foot down of not allowing that energy to affect you. You're not going to feel that back and forth feeling with your energy anymore. It's very draining, because I can feel it. It's very contradicting. And it's not that you're lost, you can't find your way. No, you just wind up veering away from your own energy and allowing that to consume you. No more. We are not doing that anymore. Say that. Tell Spirit. Do whatever you have to do. Wear something and put the intention into it to block that energy from yours. Anything that comes to mind that feels good to you, that your intuition speaks to you, that Spirit is speaking to you about. Start working on that. Also start trying breathing exercises, because this is going to help this situation little by little. Now remember, you will be tested. You're going to be around people with that kind of energy to see how you manage it. Because the only way to get better at it is by constantly having to do it. You can. Spirit is saying you can. Peace. Love you.